Hey, hey guys, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Um, I watched the final debate between Joe Biden and President Trump, and either Joe Biden is lying through his teeth, or his mind is really shot. And I say this with one particular point, and that is the president has a lot of power, but there are some things he cannot do. He cannot do. I learned a lot in the last 4 years about our government than I have ever learned in 55 years. And I learned that what Congress does, what Congress is supposed to do, and what powers the Congress has, what powers the House has, what powers the Senate has, and what powers the president has or does not have. And when um, when it was brought up about all the families that are suffering, and President Trump said, I want to get money to the people, but Nancy Pelosi is not cooperating. She is not budging. And Biden, I think if I understood correctly, Biden said, you're the president, man. It's on your watch. You know, why are you're supposed to do it? And the thing is, it's Congress's job. Congress has power over the purse, over the money. There's a separation of powers between the governments, which I might have learned years ago, but may have forgotten, that the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch are independent, separation of powers. And but each power has certain control. So the president cannot can do so much, but some things have to be approved by the Congress, and the House Speaker, third in line or second in line to the president, has control over what the lawmakers put forth. And Joe Biden was a member of Congress. He was there in Congress. He should know this. He's been in Congress for decades, and he doesn't know that the president can only do so much, and the Congress has certain control over certain things. He should know this. So either he is lying through his teeth, he doesn't know, he's like clueless, or he forgot. But whichever it is, it indicates with him not having a basic understanding of the way our government works, he would not be qualified to be president. Okay? And because you have to have understanding of this. Okay? Now, Trump was an outsider. And because Trump was an outsider, his ignorance, if there was ignorance, okay, is justifiable because he's a businessman. He is not in Washington. He is not a politician. He hasn't spent any time in politics or spent any time in government or spent any time in Washington, D.C. as working as a politician. Okay, so if Trump lacks knowledge, it's understandable. But not Joe Biden. There is no legitimate reason why Joe Biden, who has spent years in Washington, does not know that the president has some power, but not a whole lot of power. And there's some things that can only be done through Congress, not the White House. Okay? And that's where he failed miserably. With basic knowledge. Because, like I said, every time he cries about all the people who are suffering because of being out of work, go to Nancy Pelosi. You know, she's the one holding this up. And when Trump talks about Democrat cities and the way Democrat cities are run to the ground, Biden says, there he goes again. I don't look at it blue states and red states. I look at it all as United States. Okay, as you're looking at all the United States, what do you see? What states is there? And here's another thing. When President Trump approached him about lockdown or shutdown, he said, I'm not for a lockdown. What I am for is just closing it. I was like, wait a minute. That's the same damn thing. You know, so I think Trump won that. I think Trump won that debate. And that was good strategy that he had by letting Biden talk, although I wish he had done it at the first debate. Biden would have really buried himself. But it's interesting that the things that Biden said versus what Trump said. And there's some things that Trump let slide by, which he shouldn't have, which was about not wanting to panic the country. But he did say that nobody knew anything about this virus except that it was deadly. And as soon as Trump learned it was deadly, that's when he halted flights from China into the United States. And Biden kept saying, he did nothing. And it's like Trump did a lot of things. He put together a task force. he cut flights from China. And he didn't cut flights from Europe until something happened over there. Okay? As things you learn. And that's something President Trump said over and over again. He's learning about it. He's learning about it. And, there was something. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, that Biden said, and he had to keep correcting. Oh, damn it, what was it? That Biden misquoted Trump. Oh, about Lincoln, right? This is what I say about how Democrats don't know how to listen. Okay, Democrats don't know how to listen. Because Trump said very clearly and very distinctly, not since Lincoln has there been any president who has done more for the black community than me. And then the next moment, Biden says, so Trump is calling himself Lincoln. And Trump said, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say I was Lincoln or called myself Lincoln. I said, not since Lincoln. In other words, from Lincoln until now. That's what I'm saying. I didn't call myself Lincoln. And all the people listening to me can hear me. I didn't say that I called myself Lincoln. I never said that. I said, not since Lincoln was president has there been any president who's done more for the black community. And even after he corrected him, Biden still kept in his head. Trump calls himself Lincoln. No. You're not listening, Mr. Biden. Either you got to get your hearing aid checked, or because words are intermittently getting into your ears. Okay, it's like bad static or connection on a radio, or phone, or cell phone, when the connection is bad and it cuts in and out. Okay, so Biden is hearing Lincoln. I've done more for the. Not since are two very big important words. Not since Lincoln has there been a president who's done more for the black community. Not since. And so that's what I wanted to say. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening again. I'll see you later. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye.